Hey, besties. Okay, so I'm just gonna come out and say it now. I made these two before the new expansion pack came out. It was like the week before, and I was thinking, like, what do I want to do? And what kind of Sims could work for the kind of expansion pack that we were getting? And so I really wanted to make some like gym owners, because I know that was like a big thing in one of like the trailers, probably like the first trailer. There was like a gym owner, and I really wanted to make some Sims that could fit that role but were more aligned with my aesthetics and were not men. So I really wanted to make like a herbo. I think that's technically what they're called. It's like a himbo but like a woman. And so that's who this sim is. And I wanted them both to be like influencers basically. And so I imagine that like they're both influencers obviously but this sim is more of like a like, I don't know if you guys know who like Lean Beef Patty is, but like she's more like that, where she like makes like videos and stuff about like weightlifting and stuff, and like weightlifting routines and whatnot. And I wanted to make her like beefy and that's fun. That's always fun for me. And I was really trying to make some Sims that like I never really make. And so I also kind of was inspired a little bit, like a very small amount, by the character Zarya from Overwatch 2. She's also in Overwatch 1, but like, you know what I mean. And she's not as beefy as I would like, but like, you know, here we are. I did the best I could with the sliders that I had, you know. And so yeah, I think she's like really fun. And I tried to give her like 2 different versions of like workout outfits. So that there's one for her everyday and then one for her like activewear, and then she has a second everyday outfit that's more like normal clothes for like the day that she's not like filming something. And I really like this sim actually. They don't feel like a sim that I've made before, and that's always like the first box that I check off in whether I actually like a sim or not. And I was able to use like different skin detail swatches than I normally do, because I don't typically make really buff female sims ever. And so like I usually, if I do, I make them more like lean buff and not like chunky buff, if that makes sense. So yeah, I was able to use like a lot more sculpting type swatches, and that actually helped a lot, because like the sliders kind of didn't do everything that I would have wanted it to do for her. I also never really make like actual blonde sims, and definitely not blonde hair blue-eyed sims. That's like a rarity for me. I can literally count on one hand the amount of blonde hair blue-eyed white sims that I've made. Like it does not happen very often for me. So I really wanted to do that and add a little diversity to my sims. And I think she's like really pretty, and I dressed her in a lot of like icy sort of frosty blue. I think it looked really nice with like her skin tone. It looked really nice, but also it's like a callback to my Townies by Worlds like lore, that like icy blue is like this year's influencer color, and I think that's really fun. I tried to like keep the lore consistent for the most part. And so basically their story is that like the 2 ladies, they're in like a situationship right now, because like they're basically frenemies, right? They started off as frenemies, and then they we're sort of like talked into buying a gym together. And so it's like a bit of an uncomfortable situation, but like there's like this one Sims relationship type that it's not called frenemies, but it's like basically when you have two Sims that like have, I believe, like a red friendship bar but a pink romance bar, and it's like you can't stand each other but like you can't be without each other. It's like one something like that, something along those lines. And that's what really motivated me to make these two Sims, because I think that would be a really fun dynamic. And I think, in fact, when I make the second Sim and I change their like Sim relationship type, I'm pretty sure that I make their like romance dynamic strained, because I feel like that's exactly what I was going for. And I love that I can just do that in CAS now. Like, that's so dope. I will forever love Struck for that. It really did wonders for storytelling in CAS, that you don't have to like go into game to set up. It's so good, fantastic. And so like the gym that I did not make, because again this was before the expansion pack came out, I just put them in Del Sol Valley because obviously they would live there. Like, they're two gym influencers, of course they live there. I just let them take like pics in front of the already existing gym in Del Sol Valley, and I'm like imagining that they like own that one and then they'd like renovate it, because it's not the best looking like from the game. There are definitely great renovations of it, and I'd imagine maybe that's like their project or something, is that they have to like work to renovate it to fit their aesthetics and stuff. And obviously like they're in like a weird love-hate type relationship, so I think it'd be fun. I don't know, it's like a little bit of like tension, a little added tension. And yeah, I think that's really fun. And like, so Zarya, because I named her Zarya is like the weightlifting, maybe even like cardio trainer. And then this next thing that we're gonna make is like Pilates, yoga, that like one aerial yoga thing, you know what I'm talking about, like the one with like the little things that hang from the ceiling. Like that I feel like she's very much that type of trainer. And for some reason I thought in my mind that they'd be like competing. They like not competing in like a competition, but like competing influencers for like the same audience, even though those are two separate audiences. But like, let's pretend. Let's all collectively pretend that makes sense, and that adds to like their frenemies, you know. It's great, it makes sense totally. And because I was on my like diversity kick, I made the Sim like a redhead, and I was just doing things that I don't typically do. But I think I've made more redheads than I've made blondes, actually. So, I mean, you know, clearly I have favorites. But I think that it was really fun because, like, I got to use, like, Freckles again, and I tried to give Freckles a break because when I was making, I think it was, like, the anti-same face syndrome challenge, which I had, like, several videos on. I was using Freckles like all the time because I kept like rolling Freckles and stuff, and I wasn't complaining, but like, you know, like it gets to a point where you just have to like stop yourself from doing the same thing over and over again. And so I hadn't really given any Sims Freckles in quite some time, so I just leaned right on in to like the freckly ginger stereotype, and I had a good time. I really did. And yeah, I was attempting to use like more like red colored eyelashes and stuff, because I typically just do black all the time. But like Zarya is blonde and this Sim has red hair obviously, so like I didn't want to do harsh black eyelashes on like every day, but like for formal wear and I think party wear I change it to black because like mascara and stuff. But like naturally, obviously her eyelashes would not be black, you know. So I wanted to really like experiment with that too, because I never changed the color of like any eyelash, so I thought that was fun. And I did the same thing with her that I did with Zarya, and I gave her like one everyday sort of active wear outfit and one normal regular sort of outfit, because again, obviously they wouldn't be going to the gym like every day so they would need some more like normal clothes. Yeah, I really like their differing styles too. I tried to make sure that they didn't dress the same because I don't think that they would, you know, aside from like activewear or whatever. But like, I don't think that their like normal styles are similar. Not really. But they looked really cute in the screenshots, so I kind of really liked them. And I was sort of like stalling because like I recorded it before the expansion pack, and I'm like, who wants to see Sims that I didn't use the expansion pack for? You know, like, the time for that is kind of over. But like, I realized like the longer that I stalled in putting these Sims out, like it would just get further and further away. So I'm like, you know what, let's just do this now. And I've sort of been slacking with like putting out content, not intentionally either, because I was like sick for a week, and then I had like a week of recovery where I like wasn't mentally well. And it was a lot. And so I was like, let me lock in this week, let me make sure that I have another video out there, because like it really wasn't on purpose, and I really do enjoy making content. I do, it's fun. I've really been into playing the game, actually, that too. Like ever since the expansion pack came out, I've been like really into playing the game, and I never thought I would, because it doesn't seem like the type of expansion pack that I would really care about, because like there wasn't a lot of hobbies. I'm still mad about the no ballet, by the way. So I'm like, you know, like I don't really care about it, but like it's actually so fun. You can do so much with it, like so much. It's really amazing. I mean, of course, there's still like elements of imagination and limitations and whatnot, but like there's so much. Like it's really interesting to like imagine all of the things that you can do with the expansion pack, you know. And so I really want to try to like see all of the expansion pack has to offer, and I've been doing so in like my legacy save. And so like from the last long play that I did, where I like fixed everything, I've been playing in there, and Harper's already had 2 kids. her first kid's almost a teenager. Like that's crazy. It's all been like within a week, by the way. And short lifespan means so much to me. And so much has happened. It's really like so fun. I've been running a pottery slash horse farm slash bunny farm. It's like not conventional at all, but it's so fun because I really wanted to play with horses, and the sim that Harper married wanted horses. Like he was a horse guy, so I was like, why don't we just do that? And we live in Nordhaven, and yeah, it's like the big lot, so like half of it is our house, which has like almost no decorations in it. Yeah, it has like almost no decorations in it because we had like no money. By the time we like built the outside and then like the horse section, we had like no money. So like their actual house is probably going to take some time to get like decorated and stuff. And I don't know what I want to do with Harper's daughter. Her name is Nora, by the way, because I was watching Nora when like she was born, so I was like, well, there's my shot. And so I want to do maybe like a bakery or something. I don't know, like the possibilities are not endless because there are limitations, but there are many possibilities. So yeah. I'm really excited about that. And we're sort of like getting to the end, and I kind of ranted a little bit, but not really. It wasn't really a rant. It was very on topic actually, because this is technically a like businesses and hobbies couple, but they aren't. And so here's the screenshots. This is like the Delsa Valley gym. I didn't like the outside, so I didn't take them in front of the gym. Like you can just see like the gym sign behind them, and I thought that was better because that gym is really ugly, but I didn't want to renovate it. So, you know, like you get the vibes. The general vibes are there, I think.